You wanted the best starter ship that was cheap yet deadly. Here it is.
No way that you can hide from the best. I'm a mess, I body anything that takes a breath. On my left, there's a pile of body bigger than myself, and on my right, it's 100 scared souls screaming help. And they scattered trying to get away, but they gon' meet they in the day, cause they no way they ever had a chance to contend with me. Cause see, I kill them all. I could kill them all, it seems to me that them. And my blood ain't about to spill it all. Cause I'm the hunter, not the hunting. And for an enemy, I guarantee that they don't want me. It's something just a little different about how I run things. Maybe it's the way I turn my enemies to lunch meat, or maybe it's the way I smash everything in front of me. They don't want it, I do it so easy, it's funny, G. I turn a vet into a wannabe and do it to the death. I put them in their final scene. Hey,
So you guys have asked, and I'm going to deliver. So it's been requested that you guys wanted a budget, cheap starter ship that was quite good, looked good, and using A-class stuff that you guys have already unlocked. So here we are. This is a cheap build. The only thing that will increase in price is if you go for the higher tier class A stuff. So you got, like, for example, you got an A-class shield. That's like, I don't know, like 6 grand. Then you got one that's like 11. The 11 grand one's a little bit better. I'm going to use the better variants of the A-class stuff. But it's up to you guys how much you want to spend. But this is a cheap build. It's not going to cost you a lot.
So that was a quick and brief tour of the interior. For a small ship, it's actually massive inside. It can be a bit of a maze. But anyways, let's get into the build.
This is my Watchdog ship that I've purchased. It was actually quite cheap to buy. So in order to get into the build, select ship builder. I've been asked that a few times. Select the items and just press delete. So this was my Watchdog ship that I bought a while back. It was quite a cheap ship to buy. And what we've done, now that we've deleted stuff, we've got a total amount of credits of 28,000. So that will go down. See, that's gone down to 26. So essentially, a lot of the stuff that we buy now is going to be free. So make the investment in buying a ship. Can't stress that enough. But this build will cost you the ship fee, so however much the ship is that you want to buy, and then obviously the weapons and everything else you throw on and what materials that you use. But this should cost you below 100 grand. If you go for the higher class A stuff and some really good weapons, then it's going to cost a lot. One thing here, just to note, that you can't clip that underneath the cockpit, so you got to take it off and then put it back on. So that's why I've done that. And then we've put a little hab in just so we can get into the cockpit. So this ship is going to have like a sleek design. A couple of you guys, I say a couple, quite a lot of you have asked on my Discord and on the YouTube videos that you wanted a small fighter. Some of you have even asked to build like the smallest ship. I'm trying. I'm not sure how small we can get it, but I will try, trust me. So what we do here is you put that underneath and then you bring it forward, so it gives it that kind of like nice level kind of effect. Looks quite cool. I like this shape. So next, we're going to build a hab 3x2 or 2x3. And this is going to be for our grav drive, shield, everything. And one thing to note here, because we're going to be putting more noses on the side, be sure to flip these, because I made that mistake earlier and I couldn't clip anything to it, and then I realised what I'd done wrong. So flip them like this. So I was being a right idiot. Right, so now we're going to build the reactor, the grav drive and the shield. So class A stuff only. But I'm going to go for the expensive stuff, okay? So you can build this on an absolute budget. So just build within your budget, basically. The materials to actually build this ship are not that expensive at all. It's the equipment like the grav drive and the weapons that will cost you money. And if you can't unlock any of this stuff, just to let you guys know, I've maxed out piloting, I've maxed out ship design, and I've bought a couple of ships from New Atlantis, and that is it. That's all I've done. I bought a couple of the cheap ships, nothing else. I've done quite a few of the story quests, but I've unlocked this before I progressed further into the story, so these are not like, you know, late game unlocks or anything. So that's as high as the ship's going to go. Now what we're going to do here, we're going to do that underneath to give it that oval silhouette. I love that oval silhouette. And one thing you can do here is you can make this the max length of your ship. So if you're happy with that shape, you can actually delete the hab and put in some smaller ones, and then you can just build the engines at the back, and then it's done completely. Your choice. I'm going to extend the wingspan by one more.
So I'm really happy with the shape so far. Like I said, I'm going to extend the wings by one more, but we'll go to the back first. We'll put in some fuel and some more habs because we need to attach a docking station and also places to put weapons. So like I said though, if you wanted to keep it this shape, just use some smaller habs and then you can throw the engines on the back and you're pretty much done. So we're going to have to build the habs 2 up, but we can also add like a cargo hold, just so you know, we could have some more cargo space. And then there is another piece, I forget the name of it, it matches the Stroud nose, so it's got the same sort of curve the structure. I forget what it's called now. That's the one, it's the cowling. So yeah, it keeps it looking uniform. Obviously the only problem is you can't put a docking station on top of those cowlings, so you have to have a hab at the top, annoyingly. We're going to put a hab here. We'll do the same on the other side, and then that is the wings done. It's such a cool looking shape, I do like it. So I'm moving the cowling noses up by 1. You can make the ship longer if you don't have it the shape that I'm going for, but I wanted it to look like a proper wing, not just like a Dorito. So one thing you can do is underneath you can add the oval looking silhouette shape by putting some more cowlings down and Stroud noses. That'll give it that good looking kind of shape instead of just a flat bottom, but obviously it's going to depend on your funds. We'll do the docking station and the landing gear. We'll probably need 4 landing gear by the time I've put weapons and stuff on, no doubt. Put more of these down and then we'll put a landing gear down, and then that will be the bottom complete. A nice looking little silhouette. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to move the landing gear because I've got a funny feeling that we're going to get an error message when we start putting more weapons and stuff on there. It'll need another landing gear. So what we'll do is we'll move them 1 forward. We'll put some more cowlings in to make the silhouette look a bit better from underneath instead of a flat bottom. And then if we get the error message after the weapons, we've got room to put another landing gear in. I'm pretty sure it's going to. I don't think it's going to let us get away with that, but we will see. So the engines I went for were the White Dwarfs. They're probably one of the most expensive Class A engines, but you can go for cheaper. I think they suit the ship. Like I said, it's your budget. So we're up to 160,000 so far, which is quite a lot, but I am using the most expensive Class A parts, so you can make this a lot cheaper. You can build this for under 100 grand quite easily. Now for weapons, I'm going for the Mauler cannons, some missiles. I'm keeping it pretty simple, just ballistic weapons basically. Nothing too fancy, but I am buying decent variants of the weapons. They're not, you know, overly expensive, but they're not too cheap either. There she is. She's looking good, isn't she? She just needs a colour now. I think we're going to make it all black. Make it look like a stealth ship. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know if you're going to build it as well. Be interesting to see what you guys think of this ship. Like I said, this is a starter ship. The only reason it's 160 grand on my screen is because I've put the most expensive Class A parts down. You can build this for under 100 grand. So don't start panicking. So like I said before, let me know in the comments what you think. And don't forget to subscribe and join my Discord. I'll see you on the next video, guys. Peace.